Hello viewers, welcome to Oracle Data Guard presentation. In our earlier presentation, we have discussed a few very important concepts of Oracle Data Guard. Now we will create a physical standby data guard in this session. To create a Oracle physical standby database, we will have to have the following. We have two servers here. One is primary and one is standby database. In the both databases, we are using file system as database storage. In the primary database, our server IP is this one. Database name is ORCL. DB unique name is ORCL. Database storage is file system. And in the standby database, server IP is 15. Everything is okay, but only the 15. DB name is ORCL and DB unique name is SDY ORCL. This is the difference here. And the database storage is file system. To do this, we will have to do the following. You see, these are the steps we will have to go through, and in our discussion, we will go through these processes. So let's begin with our presentation. See, here is our server. This is our production server. Our database is up. Let's see if this one is in archive log mode. If not, we will have to convert it to archive log mode. Let's see. Archive log list. Let's see what it says. It is in no archive log mode. So you will have to convert it to archive log mode. So how to do this? Shutdown immediate. There is a shutdown. Now we will start up in mount mode. Startup mount. Now alter database archive log. Now database is open. Let's see the archive log status. Archive log list. You see, automatic archival is enabled. Database log mode is archive log. And this is the information. Now we will have to configure the system in the primary database first. As a few parameters we will have to change. Like we will have to go to our force logging. Let's see if it is already force logging or not. It is already force logging mode. You will have to do this if not force logging mode. Now you will have to create standby log files in the primary database. Now we are creating standby log files in the primary database, and when we are creating the physical standby database, all these log files will be copied automatically to the standby database. So now let's create the standby databases. Now let's create the standby redo log files. Copy the script and paste it into the database altered. All the files are being created. Now files has been created. Now how many standbys do you need? It is an important question. We have created here 7 standby log file because we have 6 online redo log files in our database. 3 here, 3 in the first recovery area and 3 in the ORAData. In the ORAData online log, we have these 3. So we have 6 log files. Therefore, we have created 7 standby log files. This is the standard rule. You create at least one file more than the redo log file in the standby redo log file. Now let's configure. Okay, alter system set archive log. This is very important. This is the configuration that makes that it includes the DG configure, data guard configure. This is the vital, most important parameter for data guard configuration. And okay, it is done. First we set log archive config and then log archive dest 1. You see, location equal to use DB recovery file dest scope equal to SP file. Now this is the ultimate parameter which defines how it will act when it is standby or when it is in primary role. You see, alter system set archive log destination 2. Okay, it will by default log archive destination will be use DB recovery file dest, but its destination 2 will be this one here. Remember, all these configuration I have collected from the Oracle site. So all these configurations are available there. You just search it and find it. You will find it there. Now standby file management equal to auto. Now alter system set file client to ORCL and file server to file server is SBY ORCL. What is SBY ORCL? SBY ORCL is the DB unique name for the standby database. Okay. Now almost all the configuration has been complete. Only 2 or 3 configurations are there. 3-4 configurations are there. All are complete. Now what we will have to do, we will have to make change in the listener.ora file in the both primary and standby database servers. We are in the production database, primary database. Now we are logged into primary database server. Now we will access NetMGR. Net manager. Yes, it is there. We have already configured it here, and now I am showing what the change we have done. You will have to do the same here. You see, for ORCL, which is this server, for ORCL, this is the IP and this is the port number, and for SBY ORCL, this is the service name, and this is the IP and the port number. Okay. Now in the listener, what we are doing is in the listener configuration, host is this one, and the database is this is the database. What is the database? Now database service is, we have configured 2 databases here, one for ORCL and the database 2 is for SBY ORCL. This is the change you have to do in both the servers. Okay. Now comes to the standby database. Now we will have to do something in standby database. We have to create these folders. If you don't have these folders, and you see this SBY or now, so our almost all the jobs is done. Now a critical task you have to do is you have to, in the standby database, standby server, we have CNS, we have init SBY file. We will create an init SBY file to start up with a minimum parameter in the standby database. So let's vi init SBY dot ora. Here you see we have created, will have to earn this one. Okay. Now DB name equal to SBY ORCL. This is the only change, only parameter we are creating here. Now q cat init SBY dot ora. The only parameter is this one. Now see if listener is running. Listener is running. Now let's log into SQL Plus as sysdba. Now we'll start up in no mount mode using this initial parameter file. Okay. Startup no mount p file equal to init sbr.ora. Now database is up with no mount mode. In this case, we will exit the standby database. Now that standby database is up with no mount mode with the minimum of the parameter values, now we will exit the database and now go to primary database. In the primary database server, we will copy the password file to the standby database in this location. So let's do it. Let's move to the password location of the primary database, cd u01 app Oracle production 12 db home name, then dbs. Okay, pwd, sorry, ls. Now what we will do, we will cp ora pworcl2 ora pwsbyorcl. pw ora pwsbyorcl. Okay, I will say ls minus l. This is the ora pw file and this is the ora pw file. Now we will copy this ora pw orcl file to standard database, to standby database. Now scp, we will scp which one? This one to oracle at 192.168.100.15. Which location? This location. You'll have to make sure this location is available. Okay. Now it's looking for password. Give the password. Now password file has been transferred to standby database server. Now we will have to invoke the rman command line interface. So let's go to rman target sys by sys at orcl. This orcl indicates to the primary database and auxiliary sys by sys at sbyorcl. This sbyorcl indicates to the standby database which is in the standby server, which is 15, which is IP is 15. This is the IP of the standby database. So standby database is up and running as no mount mode, and that is our auxiliary channel. This is our target channel. So target database is this one, and auxiliary database is this one. So let's connect to rman interface. So this one is very important. Connected to target database orcl dbid means it is open and running, and connected to auxiliary database sbyorcl not mounted. Where do we get sbyorcl? This is in the standby database where we started the db name equal to sbyorcl. Okay, so this is not mounted. Now we are almost ready to run the command. We will have to understand the syntax of the rman script written in here. In the run block, we have allocate channel for primary and allocated channel for standby. And now you see, very important, duplicate target database for standby from active database do recover. You'll have to put all these words here. Now this is the I found it very effective this way, because you are defining the SP file while you are creating the database. So there is no problem with running the database second time, because SP file is already created with the database command. So in the SP file, you see set db unique name equal to sbyorcl, audit file dest equal to this. See, set control files. These are the control files. What will be there? You will have to mention these control files here. You see, almost all the things are as it is in the primary, but because it is sbyorcl, we have changed the location sbyorcl in the control file and the dump area. Okay. File client, this one, file client orcl. File client is sbyorcl and file server is orcl. Set db recovery file dest. This is the db recovery file dest. And standby file management is auto. Now this is the archiving. This is the standby database. This is the data guard configuration. These are the data guard configurations. Log archive config dg config equal to this one. Log archive destination equal to location equal to use db recovery file disk, which is similar to the primary database. Now there is a problem. There is a change in here. You see, look at this parameter file where I have mentioned service equal to ORCL, which is asynchronous, valid for online log file and when it is in primary mode. DB unique name is ORCL. What is the difference between this configuration and the configuration we made in the primary database? Let's go there. You see, I have in the set log archive address 2, I have configured here it was SBY ORCL, and here it was also SBY ORCL. So that means the secondary storage for log files is pointing to SBY ORCL, that is standby database. And here in the secondary database, the primary log file destination is this one, and the secondary log file is the database which is now primary. When this is the change, only change we have here, we have made here. Now no file name check is mentioned here. Now you will have to consult a little bit about the duplicate database command to understand this clearly. And Urban command is the most effective, easiest, and Oracle recommended solution for making standby database or duplicating database. This is the safest one. So I recommend you to use Urban command to create while creating the standby database. Now copy. Now in here we will just paste. Yes. Now operation has started. We'll have to wait 5 to 10 minutes for this. Now the database creation is complete. Now let's go to the standby database. Now SQL plus SQL plus sysdba started. Now let's see. Select DB unique name, database role, and open mode from v $database. Physical standby mounted. Now when it is mounted, we will begin the redo apply process in the physical standby database. Alter database, recover manage standby database using current log file, disconnect from session. We'll have to run this command in standby database. Okay. Now let's see the status. What is this? Now let's see here. Okay, physical standby mounted, same. Now we will start up the database with read-only mode. Now let's switch the log in the primary database. or alter system switch log file. Okay, log switched. Now we will start up the database in the read-only mode. Alter database, open read-only. Okay, cannot open standby database. Media recovery session may be in progress. Now let's try this one. Alter database requirement standby cancel. Then altered. Then alter database open read only. Okay, database altered. Now let's see the database role and other information from the database. Okay, read only. Now we'll apply the redo. We'll begin the redo apply process. Done. Now you see open read only with apply. Now our database is open read only with apply. Now we'll log switch in the primary database. The primary database, we will log switch in the primary database, switch log. Now let's make some changes in the primary database. Now create user identified by 3. Now we created here. Now let's see if the user is available here. On. No. Let's see. Select user name from all users. 41. Yes. Test user is available here. Now we will grant connect resource to test. Alter user test quota unlimited on users. Okay, create let's connect to test 1 2 3 connected, create table tab 1 ID number 2. Okay, we created a table here. Insert into tab 1 values 1. Okay, commit. Now commit is done here. Let's see if same data is available or in the standby database as well. Okay, connect test 1 2 3 connected, select star from tab 1. Okay, here ID is also 1. Now we will insert another record in the primary database. We will insert another record in the primary database 2 and commit as well. commit complete. Now we will see if the commit is affected in the standby as well. Yes. So our standby database is working perfectly. So primary, any changes in the primary database taking effect immediately in the standby database as well. So our database configuration, data guard configuration is complete. We have just successfully created physical standby database. So thank you for watching. Thank you everybody.